Hey, it's John and Mike from brew-juice.com. So tonight we're talking about wheat malt
We're
specifically. One of the things that always has perplexed me, and I think you as well too, you don't really think about it a lot, but you go to the brew store, you're looking at ingredients, you look down, you see the wheat malt, and you see white wheat, and you see red wheat. And you open them up, they both look the same. So what is the difference? What is the deal with red wheat and white wheat?
Yeah. And
what do you think you're going to do?
well, that's the thing. That's the question. It's funny you say red wheat, and I think like the Lavabon scale. It's actually red is actually lighter than white in some places that are the
yeah,
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I see red wheat, I want to think that it's like crystallized wheat.
Yes, I know.
It's like a
Me
C60 wheat or something.
I know. But anyway, I think what has happened with me is that I posted a profile on red wheat malt, and I painted myself into a corner because it happens when you post these things and you say, well, maybe to really figure out what red wheat malt tastes like versus white wheat malt, I might have to do some kind of experiment to have them be brewed side by side, and we could sit there and say, is the red wheat malt really richer in flavor than the white wheat malt, as I've read in tons of places around the internet and in print in different catalogs. So what had happened was I had this idea, but then, how am I really going to do this? And then we started talking about brewing in a bag. Because I could do it a few ways. I could do a smash, which is single malt, meaning that the whole backbone of the grain bill would be just one, variety of wheat malt. So you do
100% wheat.
100% wheat. And I don't know, you said, when I asked you about it, you said, yeah, sure, it should be fine.
It should be fine.
Right?
I don't want to be there that day, but it's going to be fine.
But if I'm brewing in a bag, I don't have to worry about stuck sparges. I don't have to worry about, or somehow enlist rice hulls to make sure the things don't get stuck. I can bring down the quantity so that maybe I could brew on a stovetop and make a small batch. I could do that basically with the same hop profile, the same hops
same beer,
and
just
same
sub
thing,
them
but
out.
just the only thing you'd sub out is the wheat malt. So you do one batch with red, do the other batch with white, have them ferment, same temperature, same batch channel, whatever, and then have them side by side, a finished product, and see really what the difference was. Hopefully labeling everything along the way to make sure you kept everything.
Yeah, but the red should be red, right?
It's not going to be red, that's the thing.
Oh.
The other idea I had was maybe you do 70-30, meaning 70% of your grain bill would be wheat malts, both varieties, and then do 30% Pilsner just to have more of a beer background, so you're not just making
also
this
just
fermentable.
to feel confident in your diastatic power for conversion too.
Right, of course.
Yeah, because you want to be successful. You want to hedge.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to make just this fermentable product that's not really beer or whatever. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
sure
we should do a pilot 100% wheat
and see what
just see what happens
that
first,
tastes like,
and then we could adjust the experiment.
Maybe
caution to the wind. Just do it.
Yeah, I think we just do it.
Okay.
Then we just do it and just they can see our grimaces when we have it live.
When we pull out the grain bag and there's nothing. There's just nothing.
It's all been soaked in. And there's nothing. So that's the plan. That's one of the summer experiments that I'd like to get going. We'll film it, and then we'll have the tasting, and you'll be along for the ride if you choose to accept that mission. And we'll really kind of at least get our opinion on the difference between red wheat malt and white wheat malt, forever and ever. So that's it. That's my experiment, and that should be like my first foray in brewing in a bag as well.
Neat. Great. Love it.
Neat. All right. For John and Mike at brew-dudes.com, brew on, experiment on.
Cheers.